Hey guys, today I want to talk about Balenciaga's Triple S sneaker. This is a shoe that I've been coveting for 3 years since its original release date in September 2017. And because it is so trendy and garnered so much media attention, even before it was available for sale, I really tried to step away from it. I think with fashion trends, my, MO is always to hold off, assess from afar, and once the frenzy dies down, really figure out if this is something for me and would make sense in my wardrobe. I love a chunky shoe, and let me tell you, I am so head over heels for these. There is a lot of information out there about sizing and how heavy they are, and for me, I didn't feel it was consistent or accurate, so I'm here to set the record straight if you are considering purchasing a pair of these tennis shoes. So like I said, they've been out for 3 years. The original design inspiration for these is a running shoe, a basketball shoe, and a track and field shoe. The S in Triple S stands for sole, and so it's literally the soles of all 3 of those sneakers combined into one. That was the vision for this. I love it because it's chunky, it's weird, it's eye-catching, it's a big fugly shoe, and I think it's amazing. But you should know they are heavy and sizing is a little hard to ascertain. So how heavy are they really? I wanted to give you a comparison. I also own these Prada Creepers and these Bottega Veneta Storm Combat boots. These 3 shoes are probably the heaviest shoes I own. As you can see, I love a big chunky platform sole. And interestingly, you would think these would be the heaviest because they're a boot, but these are by far the heaviest out of these 3. These are a close second though. I think online I read that they're like 4 pounds per shoe, so that's a lot. It obviously depends on the size of your foot. I don't have a scale, I haven't weighed that myself. But the big thing, I don't think it's the weight so much as it is the actual footprint of how much space these are taking up. As you can see, the shoe ends right here in terms of where your heel goes, like right down this line, but you still have so much more sole on the other side, and kind of the same thing with the toe, not so much on the toe, definitely more on the heel. But it's just a shoe that if you already have a large foot, they're going to make your feet look even bigger. So keep that in mind when you're buying these. I wear a true size 6. I measured my foot, it is 9.25 inches. And in, sandals and pumps, I wear a 6. If I'm wearing a sock with a shoe, like a tennis shoe or a boot, I usually go up to a 6.5, sometimes even a 7. I ended up taking a 36 in these. I was able to try on the 35, and my toe was definitely touching the inside edge of the 35. These are not that much bigger, you guys. I think one of the things you need to be mindful of, it's kind of a dome shape on the toe. So the toe starts to slant down, and the closer your toe gets to the edge, the more it slants down. So it may feel like your toe is touching the edge, but it's not really. I really would take your true size in these. If you are a half size, because they do not come in half sizes, size down. So if you're normally a 36.5, take the 36. Another thing about these shoes that people really need to know is you have to manage your expectations. This is probably 60 to 70% fashion and 30 to 40% function. It's not a shoe you're going to go hiking in. You are not going to go running in them. Even though they are sneakers, they are not an athletic shoe. Clearly walking around, running errands, they're great. They have tons and tons of cushioning and padding on the inside, all around the heel. So interior wise, super, super, super comfortable, but they do weigh a lot. Another thing for me that was hard for me to determine was what color do I want to get, because they have so many color variations. I at first thought that I wanted something kind of just monochromatic. I was going to just get like a basic white tennis shoe that had like a little bit of rose gold on the sole. The more that I've looked at them over the years, the more that I've realized what the beauty for these shoes are, at least in my eyes, is the color variation. It's being able to see so many different colors in one tennis shoe, which is not something that you usually find in a typical tennis shoe. So I think that's one differentiating factor if you're trying to figure out what color you want. I also wanted to show you, for comparison, just a regular tennis shoe that I do use to go running and exercise in. This is a Nike, and I do actually have a size 6 in this one. If you compare them heel to heel, you can see the difference between the two. It's probably, I would say, 2 to 2.5 inches. So that just shows you how much bigger your foot is going to be once you put these babies on. Are they worth it? 1,000%. I absolutely love them. But again, if you're not used to wearing funky, heavy shoes, this is not going to be the sneaker for you. I like to give the example, I remember shopping for shoes one time, and there was a girl going to her prom, and she had picked out this pair of like 5-inch super skinny stilettos. She couldn't even walk in them. And it's like, look, unless you've trained yourself to walk in 5-inch stilettos, you're definitely not going to want to wear those on your prom night. I mean, you're going to wear them for 3 seconds and take them off and be barefoot for the rest of the night. Same goes with these. If you are not a person who likes weird, funky, fashionable shoes, and you purchase this thinking this is going to be like your new all-purpose shoe, it's not. So just manage your expectations, know that ahead of time. They are super chic, super comfortable. I adore them to death, but you're not going to go hiking and running in these shoes. Okay. I hope that helps. I want to close with reading some mean tweets about these shoes. Actually, not mean tweets, but these are real, actual reviews of these tennis shoes, and I think they are hilarious. So listen up. I bought these for my first marathon. They're the best running shoe I have ever worn. Even better, if you get tired, there's a tent inside. Best fishing trip ever. Absolutely amazing. My friends and I were searching for a boat for an upcoming fishing trip, and I wasn't aware watercrafts were so expensive. Luckily, Neiman Marcus is running this 2-for-1 deal that you get 2 boats in a box for only $900. An absolute steal. These shoes are everything and more, down to the actual materials, concept, and comfortability, all 10s across the board. I definitely plan on buying more pairs of the same style, but in different colorways in the near future. Luxury in disguise. I love them because they're so ugly. It's a great way to wear $900 on your feet without the fear of someone robbing them. Great grip and looks. I bought these for the 2018 mid-run. They were super supportive and helped grip the ground in the mud. I got one good use out of them and then gave them to a homeless man who lives near my mansion.